Right. So yesterday we discussed in the business insight some of the concept. I think we discussed all the concept of each widget wise in the content box, right? So each report is called as one widget, and each widget has its own functionalities, and all the each particular options we already discussed it, right? So removing the dashboards, listen for widgets, reset the fit content, send it to back, all these things to be discussed. Now the final one is in the toolbox. It's very important thing but very easy also. So in the report studio, right, web page or URL you are dragging. That means if you want to show any URL, you can do that. Same thing here also, web page, right click here and insert. If you want to insert any particular URL and you want to show to the users, maybe their company website or something like that. So you can write here rvhtech.com. See, this is not approved by the particular things, so you can write whatever the things you want. Say for example, I want to show public folder, right? Because once it is approved, anything you can write. So in the administration we need to approve. I will do that one later. I will show you how to approve also. So I am adding whatever the approved link. So I want to show the public folders link here. The user can see the reports and all those things. That means I'm giving the URL of public folders. See now. That means it is open that particular URL simply. And is in this URL, whatever the things are there, see, all the reports and everything. So that means you can use any URL. So but that URL should be added as a trusted URL to your Cognos, then only it will work. So that means if you are using the URL, it will appear to the users here, so they can go and see their views and everything. So like a normal, you are opening an URL in this box. So if you don't want, you can remove from the dashboards. Normally we will put our company URL where the actually it's like a status are updating. And image, right click and insert the image. So I want to insert an image of RVH Technologies. This is our company name. See, you can write here image URL. So if it is available in the server, you can put HTTP, all those things. So if you want to show the original image URL, or if this image is not, or if you want, say for example, if it is available as a 100 pixels, you want to increase to custom size and then put 200x. That means actual size is something and original size, whatever you are showing in this particular things, you want to show something different. So then you go for this. For example, in the server, in this particular server, whatever you are writing, maybe sometimes it is not available that time. Optionally you type the text, okay, boss please it's not available, we will put sometime later or something like that. You write a comment if that if that particular thing is not available. And target URL means optionally if this particular URL whatever you are giving in this URL, if the image is not available, normally it will show this text, right? Sorry for that, the image is not available. If you don't want like that, if this URL is not available, if you want to show some other server URL, some other server, you put an image. If you want to show that one, you put that one here. Okay, so broadcast to all widgets. So if you are opening that one, it will applicable for all the things as usual. Okay, so this is what you can put image. For image also you need to give the URL name. My inbox, I think you already know that when we are discussing about the event studio, for the manager my inbox will be there, right? Every time he will go and check his my inbox, there only he can approve it. Am I right? So this one, so all his event studio task list will come to this place, and then he will go and then approve. I showed you, right, for approval task. the same task, this same page he want to show in this dashboard itself. So the user directly open Jaman dashboard, say for example, and for him no entries are there. So when he is opening whatever his task and whatever the reports he want to analyze, everything he will put here. So my inbox means for each user it will show his inbox only. So it will be good for the user. You don't need to go for any place. If you open simply this dashboard, and then he can do anything from here. That means no entries means here there is no entry. So that means this page only will be showed there. So that is the my inbox. So I don't want this also. Text. So insert it. So here you can write okay sample or revenue dashboard, something like that. Okay. So anything you do it, and then outside you click it. So this is a Jaman and revenue dashboard. So that means if you want to write any titles, you can do this one, and you minimize this also. Right. And then click outside. Then in the topmost, that Times Roman, all those things will go, and then only the dashboard name will appear. Okay. So that's it. See now. So now it will be clear for you the which is the dashboard. If you want to write the titles, then go for the Jaman, this whatever the title box. So you write the text item. Fine. Then if you don't want that one, you can go ahead and double click that one. Then the properties will be opened. Then you remove from the dashboards. So just double click it. Some little bit patience needed here, but in the real time the RAM memory will be more, so no issues. The next one is RSS feed. Right click and insert it. So RSS feed means, say for example, if you are taking any blog or something, your websites and blogs, right? RSS feed mainly deals with whenever any some updates happen to the blog, okay, then automatically it will show that one. So it's a new things, which are news items or something like that. So for that, from our side, we don't need to do anything. We need to give the XML. So the feed XML, news.xml. Say for example, it's a company XYZ company. So www RSS provide XML company, then RSS news.xml. So that means your website people maintain the news feed in the one of the particular XML copy. So you need to take that copy. So like this. So for example, if our RVH technologies, so we can put www.rvh technologies, then rss.news.xml. So that particular part you need to give an. So that means whatever the news items of that particular company will be shown in that URL. So that is what RSS feed. It's like a URL typing only. From our Cognos point of view, we don't need to do anything. So maybe your website people will give the RSS feed URL. So you just need to copy paste that one. That's it. But these things are important. Value filter. Right click here and then click insert. So value filter means normally it is used for strings. Say for example, if you want to create a prompt, normally in the report studio, what you will do, you will directly create the prompt page. But in the business insight, it's not like that. It will create automatically for all the pages. Say for example here, whatever the columns are available in this entire business insight, say here see country, reason, employee, all those things, right? All the columns will be appear and then it will show you. For example, I want to create an employee name. What are the employees are available? So all the things, just you select the column name, that's it. You select the column name and what type of selection you want, multiple selection or single selection. Just create multiple values. If you want multi selection, if you want single selection, single selection, and if you want check boxes or list. So I am taking the check boxes. So then click OK. So that means the column only you need to select. You don't need to create the prompt page, query, association, nothing. Just when you are clicking the value filter, it will show all the column names, which column you want to create the filter or from, then select that one, then that's it. And then click OK, multiple checks or check boxes, then click OK. Then all the list will be shown here. So then automatically according to this one, see now, for example, employee auto, all those things, right? I'm removing all the things. And I'm selecting some employees only. So automatically according to that employees, it will automatically change. So now I am removing all the employees. See now, I will select only some people, Alice and Dave Smith, and say Amarans, some people only you select. right? See, if you see that Alice Walter here, that is what I selected. Only one or two I will select. Okay, maybe after that nothing is there. So select something marriage. So I selected something and click apply. Then automatically whatever the selections you did, it will come automatically. So that means when you are taking the select value filter, what is happening? It is showing all the columns from all the reports. All the reports, whatever the columns are available, it will show you. Then you need to select which column you want to create a filter or prompt. Just select that column and it will ask you which one. Is it a single selection or a multiple selection? Or is it a list box or checkbox? That's it. So automatically it will take. So I think it is already created. You see now, previously there are so many things here. Now only Alice Walter because of that. And you see this one here, whatever the things is related to that particular column, automatically it will be filtered out. So you don't need to do so many things here. You just drag and drop the value filter. It will automatically create whatever the things you want, right? So the next one, this is the value filter. You put in the left hand side. Normally we'll put left hand side. Then you remove that. The next one is slider filter. Slider filter normally used for measures, means revenue, this type of things. So I will go for that one. Maybe salary we will put, okay, this much to this much, or bonus this much to this much, something we'll put. You drag and drop slider filter on the top, or you right click and insert your whatever the things you want, you can do. See now, course cost or employee expense type and the salary. So normally it will be normally for measures only, right? So I will take the salary and it will show you what is the lowest level and what is the highest level of the salary. And here also you can write select the range. So lowest level is 2 lakhs and highest level is 2,87,769. You can change here like this and click OK. So now you can see the range of values and single value. Single value is only one value you can select. If the value is there, it will come. Range means, okay, this value to this value I want. But normally slider filter is range. Top above. So it is showing from 20,000 to 2,87,769 is the maximum salary and minimum salary in this report. So I want, okay, say for example 650, where is the salary here? See 47,000 or something and 26,000. I want only 20,000 up to below 50,000 values. Okay. So drag into the top. Very important slider filters in interviews. So I want only 0 to 50,000. So what you need to do? You just move it to 50,000. That's it. So now 0 to 49,000. What are the values are there? You see below. Yeah, here see salary is here, right? It is running only 0 to 50,000 only it will take. Sorry, 20,000 to, you see now 47,000 also. If you want to increase, decrease, see For example, 47,000 is coming. So I don't want up to 47,000. I want 20,000 to 40,000. That means only this records will come, right? Alice Walter is 47,000. So remove up to 45,000 only do. Yeah, this is enough. So this shouldn't come Alice Walter. Only Dave Smith, Donald. So I want to see the range of salaries between this and what are the employers are there. You can easily come to know. Why 47,000 is coming? Okay, let's change it now. See now, Dave Smith is 26,000, Donald Watt 36. That means your range is automatically working. Am I right? Say for example, I want so 20,000 to 2,50,000. So obviously you will get it out. See, then once you drag, automatically your report will start running, and then automatically it will populate the salaries. Now Alice Walter also will come because he is 47,000. So now it's loading once again, and then it will come automatically as per the. See now, just wait. It's running now also. So it will take the values from 20,000 to 2 lakh. See now, Alice Walter came 47,000 and up to. Whatever the value, 75,000 and all those things. So this is what slider filter. Remember two words. One is value filter. It is normally used for strings. That means employee name or region name or country name. Slider filters, it will be used for measures. Measures will be used for mostly for ranges. Any questions here in the business insight? Any questions? Yes, you can ask me any questions here in this toolbox. But in the toolbox, two important interview question is why do you use slider filter? Why do you use value filter? Value filter is like your value means value filter only, value prompt only. That means it is say for example if the reason you want to show the drop down and then you can see. But in case of report studio, what you will do, you will drag the value prompt and then you will drag the one query and then you will associate our query to value prompt and then in the report you will add a filter, then only it will execute. But business insight that much things is not required. You will just drag the value filter, then automatically it will show all the columns, eligible columns, that means strings only, most of the cases. Then you take which column you want to filter. So Business Insight will take care of how to create the filter and how to associate. Just drag and drop and select the filter from your side. It will automatically create. But slider filter means normally it will be used for measure because it is a range, right? So this range to this range, that means you need to select like that. Any questions here? Any questions?
One question. Is this filter applicable to all the reports or only
Your voice is very low actually, maybe. Girija, can you please speak up a bit louder?
yeah. My doubt is like whether this slider filter is applicable to all the reports or only single report.
Any report. If you drag the all the report studio reports here, right? On that column it will work out. That's it.
So like the salary column is if it is present in all the three reports,
All the three
then it
reports will be filtered
all
out
the three.
because
Okay.
if you go and you already know, right? For example, I don't want to filter out in this report. That means you directly go ahead now. If you see the listen for widget, okay, then this also will be shown. See now, all the things slider filter. I don't want to slider filter used. That means you uncheck that. So until unless the salary column is matching, then automatically it will match. If you don't want, you can uncheck that one, and you don't want to listen from that widget. If you are
Okay.
not unchecking that one, if it is the same name, then obviously it will work out for all the reports also. Okay.
Yeah, Hari, okay.
Right. This is what. But I told you maybe prior. Now I will go for the Business Insight Advanced. But I told you prior from Business Insight how we can go to the Business Insight Advanced normally. Anybody? We already discussed. At what place we will go to the Business Insight and you can change some changes. What is the property we will use to go to the Business Insight Advanced from Business Insight directly?
Do more.
Excellent. Do more concept. So whenever you want to do the do more concept, that means it will automatically take you into the particular things. 1 second. If you see the do more concept, see, sorry, see this one do more concept. If you click it, it will go to the Business Insight Advanced. Then you can add any columns or filters. It looks like your report studio. There you can change it. Remember, you are not going to change your original report. On top of that, you are doing. Okay, your original report will be there. It is not going to touch. Once you get the output, if you want to add any extra columns to the output, then you go ahead. Now, it is not like that. You can directly go also. You can create your own Business Insight Advanced report, not only from here. Okay. Very easy one, Business Insight Advanced. These two things are one, Business Insight and Business Insight Advanced fall under one category. It's a new features of the 10th version. It is not available in the 8.4.1 or whichever is our prior version. It is available only in the new version. So the first point, Business Insight, is it will use any of the Report Studio report. You can drag and drop in the one page or layout, and then you can show all the reports at one shot. And also there is a linkage, listen for widget concept is working behind all these reports. So if you are changing one report, it will automatically change whichever is associated report. That is the important thing, right? In the listen for widget concept, by using the listen for widget concept. And Business Insight, you are not going to change any reports. You are using the Report Studio reports. If you want to change that report output, you can go for do more. It will take you into the Business Insight Advanced, where you can change whatever the changes you need, and you will revert it back to the Business Insight. Okay, so there are two important features available in the Business Insight. That is nothing but your slider filters and value filters. And third thing is, when you do the Business Insight, not like Report Studio, Query Studio, or whatever it may be, it will not ask you the package. Am I right? Whether it is asking the package when you are doing the Business Insight, when you are trying to open Business Insight, what is exactly it is asking? It is not at all asking your use means which package you want to open, because in the Business Insight you are not going to take any columns or something. You are not dragging. You are simply using the my folders, public folders only. Whatever the reports already available, you are dragging and dropping. So if I'm creating the new, this is very important interview question, because they will simply see it will open my folder and public folder, but it is not asking you to select the package, because in the Business Insight you are dragging the report itself. You are not dragging any column. So you should remember that. Okay, that is very important question. If you really worked in the Business Insight, they will easily come to know by using this one. Now let me go ahead and open Business Insight Advanced. But here in the Business Insight Advanced, what is the basic difference? First difference when comparing to the Business Insight. Anybody? First difference. comparing to the Business Insight, what is the first difference?
It wants you to
Package.
select a package.
Come again?
Package should be selected for previews.
You need to select
Asking
the
select the package.
Exactly. So I am selecting the Go operation. That means in the Business Insight, you don't need to create the reports. You are using the reports. But in the Business Insight Advanced, it is intentionally used for creating the reports. So that is the reason why in the Business Insight, if you are not having any column, or if you want to add any column, you are clicking the do more, and you are going to the Business Insight where you can edit the report, right? Edit the output. So now I am using like a Business Insight Advanced as you like a Report Studio or Query Studio type, right? So it is asking the package, and you are moving into the report. Fine. I went to the report. You see now, it's a create a new report, Business Insight Advanced report. It looks like everything like a, see that? Maybe all the functions are not available, but it looks like how? Report Studio. Fine. And it's this side the package is appearing as usual. But in the Report Studio, left hand side will appear and query will be generated. But in the Business Insight, nothing. Because Business Insight Advanced is mainly used for users. They don't know about the queries like your Query Studio. So what they can do is, whatever the columns they are dragging, right? Product. But in the Report Studio, it will generate the query like something. But you see here, what is exactly happening? Is it behaving like a Report Studio or Query Studio now? It's behaving like a Query Studio or Report Studio now? Anybody?
Query Studio.
Query Studio.
Right. It is behaving like a Query Studio. Whenever you are dragging the columns, it is populating or previewing data. But in Report Studio, your design has to be there. When you are running the report, then only it will come by using that query. But here it's a different case. It is behaving like a Query Studio. Then why it is Business Insight? One more tool. For that, I will go and explain you something else, which is very familiar technique they used in the Business Insight Advanced. Now I am going to the view. This is the only difference between Business Insight Advanced. See this one. View, previously to the page preview, now I am taking page design. So now how it is behaving? Now how it is behaving? When you are running the report, then only
Like Report Studio.
come again.
Kind of Report Studio.
Exactly. When you are running the report, then only it's coming. So one channel view page preview means automatically it become Query Studio techniques, and one channel view page design, it will automatically become Report Studio techniques. So what their main intention is, IBM people thought, why we need to maintain this many studios? Why can't we put Query Studio and Report Studio in one studio itself? So they try to implement the same thing, and they are giving the two options. One will do automatically page design and page preview. It will automatically change. But the problem is Report Studio, all the techniques they are not able to take. So that is the reason why they are maintaining now also Report Studio. Maybe in future, in the Business Insight Advanced, all the functions of the Query Studio, all the functions of the Report Studio will be taken. So then they will demise Query Studio and Report Studio, and they can only use the Business Insight Advanced. They don't want to maintain this many studios. So page design will act Report Studio, page preview will act Query Studio. That's the basic difference. After that, everything is same. Say for example, product line, you are running the report in a different formats, and if you want to filter out, and if you want to suppress, if you want to sort, if you want to give the summarization, calculation, grouping, section, and swapping the rows and columns and chart, everything whatever you see in Report Studio, that is the things, or Query Studio, anything, everything is same. But the only one thing in the Business Insight Advanced you need to know, view button only will change entire things. Page design, page preview. You need to remember these two words for your interviews. Page design and page preview. Page preview is nothing but Query Studio. Page design is nothing but Report Studio. Any questions here? But remember, like your Report Studio, I cannot see the query and all those things. That's the basic disadvantage. And in the toolbox, same thing. You can take the table, query, character, but some functions only available, not like our entire Report Studio, all those things. Hyperlink, chart, crosstab, chart, page number, and all those things. Any questions here? So Business Insight advantage is nothing. It will act as a Query Studio as well as Report Studio based on the view or structure. Okay. So the function you have to select from the view is only matters. This one. Page design, Report Studio, page preview. Any questions here, guys? This is that thing. After Business Insight, only small thing, that is, this is only Business Insight as well. Nothing else apart from that. Any questions? So now see that I'm adding the column chart or bar chart. See, that is coming into the column chart. So now if you are doing the page preview only, then automatically it will show the data here itself. You don't need to run. See, looks very nice, right? Very quick and do. So bar chart, more charts are available. But in the Business Insight Advanced, some different charts are available. It's nice. Actually, you can see it. See this. Very good charts are available. See this one. So this type of charts are available. So that is what maybe that for this type of things, that pie chart may not be eligible. So that is the reason why it is stopping actually. So any chart, whatever the things eligible charts, you can select. So maybe line chart. Yes, you can go ahead and use that. Unable to insert object type or combination in the selected locations. Okay. So you just select it, remove it. So these are primary access. You delete it and then you add it once again. So you can add whatever the chart you want. Line chart, bar chart, anything. So that's it. See, this is the line chart. So like this, you can add whatever the things you want. So please remember only this option. That's it. View tab, structure, grouping and ungrouping, all these things. You already know the data, filter, suppression, and the styles, conditional styles. That means if the quantity is more than 1000 or something, you can write, right? You already know that in the Report Studio. Conditional styles. If it is more than 500, what is the value? You can add, right? This we already discussed. Same concept. And run which studio you want and tools. So manage external data. Yeah, this is one of the important thing actually. Very important thing. New feature of the Cognos 10th version. Once again, this is external data. Right here. Here I'm having camping equipment, golfing equipment. Fine. This is the Go operational view. Okay. And camping equipment, golfing equipment is fine. But why I get, say here, one responsible column I need to know. I need to get. Normally, what are the things you need to do? For example, in the products, responsible person column is previously not there, now it is added into the database. Now if I want to take that column here, what are the steps I need to follow? Anybody, one person can tell me the entire process. Previously it is not available in the database. Whoever is attended our framework manager session, they can tell this one. Now I want to have that responsible person column into the product table, and then I want to use that one. How do you do that? Anybody who are all there from the framework manager session, you can tell. Maybe Mamata and some people, they can leave it. You will get later framework manager sessions. But remaining people who attended, how to take a responsible person column here? Yes, anybody, quickly.
You can right click on the product query subject and insert from the data source.
From here or framework manager?
In the framework manager.
Exactly, you go to the framework manager and update the query subject, then the column will come. Then, yeah, quickly tell me.
Then you have to publish a package.
Exactly, then you need to publish the package, then the column is available here, then you can drag and drop the column. This is the things actually you need, am I right? But the problem is here that day our framework manager guy or framework manager modeler is not available. So nobody is able to do the framework manager things. But he want that column urgently, he want to see the report with that column, and he send an Excel who is the responsible person for the camping equipment, all those things. And I'm having that Excel here, maybe book one. So in that Excel, simply two things I maintained. Okay, for camping equipment, Hari is the responsible person, or some other things, some other person is the responsible person, and then I'm having the salaries. So those two columns I want to display in our original reports instead of going to the framework manager and doing all those things. How can I do that? So you are having previously, what you need to do, whatever the things you got the Excel, you need to send to ETL people, and first they need to change the structure of the table. That means DDL has to change, an extra column has to create for the table, and then by using this Excel they will upload the data into the table. Once the table is ready, then from our framework manager we will pull the table or upload the table and then publish. This is the entire process. Now in 10th version I want to take these two columns from camping equipment and also product line is already available. So I can join with this column and then I can take these two records. How can I join a Excel and a package? Definitely there is a new feature is available. That is what this. In Report Studio also you can see this one. Okay. Now, okay, manage the external data. So which Excel you want? So this is C. If you are observing, Go Operational is our package. So now browse it and then select the book one Excel as, then click open, and whatever the Excel columns are available, it will come here. See, product line, responsible and salary. Click next. Now in the our package, right, in the package also choose a query subject, because I want to join our package product line with this thing. So product table I am selecting because product line is available in this table, and a new link is going to be created on product line. I created it. Click next. Click next and finish it up and publish. See now it is uploaded Excel also here if you are observing, and this is our package, and the join is already created with the product line to prod line. See now from this Excel, if I'm dragging the responsible by person, what will happen? It will join. See now in the product line previously all the camping, golfing and mounting is there. Now I joined with the inner giant, right? So only camping and golfing result only will come now. See, because in the Excel product camping and golfing only there. So now our responsible person is Hari, and some people will come, and his salary also we can track. That means your Excel data I am able to take within seconds by using the external data, but same one of the columns should match, then only we can link it. Otherwise there is no linkage, right? How can you do that? Without linking you cannot do that. So maybe in your Excel and your original report some any column is matching, then you can join on that, then you can take the data into the reports. You see now, responsible person and the salary. So the salary column also will be fetched for Hari, what is the salary and all those things. That means you are able to link your framework manager package within Excel, which is a matching records you are joined, and then you are able to pull the remaining records into the reports suddenly. See, Hari's salary is 4,000 and Kishore's salary is 8,900. For entire golfing equipment, Kishore is the responsible. For camping equipment, Hari is the responsible. These are the columns are coming from the package, and these two columns are coming from the Excel, and you link it with the product line with the prod line. So in the Excel, camping and golfing only present. So according to that, it joined and then took only camping and golfing equipment. If you want to take all the records from camping to all the records, but even though responsible person salary is not available, you need to do the left outer join simply. Okay. Any other questions here? Any other questions? So this is very, very important. What is the new feature in the 10th version you found in the Report Studio or Business Insight Advanced? External data. In the Report Studio also it will be available like this. You click this same thing. So that's the reason why I explained both the things combinedly here. Okay. The green button is external data. You can link Excel directly to the package if any matching column are present instead of going and creating or changing the structure. But remember, please remember, this is not the standard way. If any time suddenly if you want to do this, otherwise you need to go for as usual process, DDL changes and upload the tables and update the tables, and framework manager update the report tables and then publish. This is the process you need to follow. But suddenly if something is coming from the business ad hoc request, then there is no chance to work on that very fast, then do that one. But again you need to go for the same standard approach. Any questions? But previously this approach is not available because this option will not be available here. Yes, please.
Here we can only take the Excel file as the external data, or you can take something else.
Yes, you can see this one in the thing. See, external data file is normally is Excel pointer, normally, or CSV. That's it. These two things only will take normally. Excel or CSV, but most cases Excel only. Okay,
Okay.
because it's external data files actually. Yeah, any questions?
Hari, I have a question.
Yeah, please
It's
go ahead.
tell us like a join. So it will be automatically join when took the like Excel.
No, we did it right. We did it right. We did it. See, if I'm selecting this book one, okay, and then click OK. So when you are creating the first time, you will only do last. So create, add, okay. Then you are browsing that one, and you are taking the book one, open, and click next. See here, I am taking the package, our package. In our package, the table you need, right? So go operational, consolidation view, and the product table. Click OK. So here all the columns are available from the table. Here all the columns. So you are creating a link. So wherever you want to link, you can link it like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, prod line and prod line. But here
Okay.
once you click it, you click next. Okay, is it the inner join or outer join? That is the main thing actually. Okay,
Okay.
click next. So here you can see exclude
1 to 1.
values 1 to 1 or 1 to n or whatever it may be. Okay,
Yes.
that's the things you need to change. But normally that's normal thing after that. Okay, but we need to do because it may not know the which column, because you see now prod line I put there, product line I put, spelling also different, so it may not
Yep.
stand out. You see your thing, which column you want to join, or multi join or composite join, anything you need to decide. Okay,
Okay.
right. Yeah, please.
Yeah, actually, you should show in like Business Insight Advanced this extra option to add the column. So there is any like a 10% any report studio have that option too?
Yeah, this option is available.
So report studio we can use that one too.
Exactly.
If
Because
need.
why I didn't tell is I want to tell both the things actually. Because same in the report studio also, if you see the package above, green button will be there. Same
Okay.
concept.
Okay, I get your point.
Okay, only report studio and business insight advanced only. It will not present for the query studio, all those things. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Right. Okay. Thank you guys. Tomorrow we'll meet in the same time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Hari?
Yeah. Yes.
Hari, actually I'm facing problem with this VMware. I'm unable to open Business Insight. Can you check once?
Who is this? Is it Mom?
Vanaja.
Vanaja, I am having back-to-back class now. Maybe we will check tomorrow before the class itself.
Okay, no issues.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
fine.
the class is going to be started. Okay.
Okay, fine, Hari. Okay,
Tomorrow we'll see it. Yeah. Bye.
okay.